What's poppin', gamers and gamettes? Today, I'll be talking a bit about one of the most beloved movie franchises out there, Despicable Me. And no, we're not talking about how Vector's plane design is crazily impractical, or how the big jet on the back of Gru's car is terrible for the environment. Not today. Today, I'm going to be talking about these overall wearing, banana loving, yellow gremlins. They're in our Twitter bios, they're in our Facebook memes, and they're even in our very own shampoo. Yeah, I'm talking about the minions. Today, I'll be analyzing how powerful these golden bean-shaped boys actually are. Firstly, let's talk about their smarts. We frequently see the minions getting into situations they could have avoided if they just knew common sense. But I hear no one talking about how every single minion is bilingual. Now, being bilingual is a thing that takes a good amount of brain power in and of itself. But not only do they know at least two different languages, one of the languages being English as we know, but they have also created a language only minions can speak, that the Despicable Me wiki calls minionese. Let me repeat that. These minions have created a language that only minions know how to speak. That sounds like a pretty complex thing to be able to do, right? Next, I want to talk about the pure strength of these butter-colored pill people. I want to talk about how the minions are almost not even affected by age. Yeah, there are less mature minions like Bob, but we have never seen or heard of a minion dying of age. In fact, we can even see some of the minions in the Minions movie that are alive today worked for cavemen and even dinosaurs. The next thing I want to talk about is this scene from Despicable Me. Gru and his minions are trying to steal the freeze ray from Vector, and oh no, they crawl through a vent that leads to the ceiling of an extraordinarily tall room, and eventually they fall. Now, you might be asking, Mason, why are you telling us this? What does this have to do with the strength of a minion? Well, look at this red line. This red line represents the size of Gru. How tall is Gru, you may be asking? I looked it up, and it said 14 feet tall. Now, obviously, this is incorrect, and I have no idea why it says that, but I found Gru's height to be around 8.5 to 9 feet. Now, if you look at this room, it's about the size of 5 Grus. Now, if you know how multiplication works, you can figure out that this room is about 45 feet tall. Do you remember how I said they fell? The minions fell almost 50 feet. I looked it up, and I saw an article by Victor Toth. According to Toth, it's not what I would call survivable. That is to say, if you can even survive. The minions are not even fazed by this absolutely lethal fall. Third, I want to talk about another scene from the first Despicable Me. Dave shoots a rocket launcher and hits at least 7 minions. We all know we shouldn't shoot rocket launchers at our friends, but according to Sean Sanders, if someone was to be shot with a rocket launcher and it detonates, just like we see here, they're most likely going to die. But we see one of the minions just get up and walk over to Dave with a little schmutz on his face. He's fine. These guys are insane. They can communicate in a language no one understands and are close to invincible. If you ever see a minion, be careful. Take precaution. Only God knows what these things are capable of. And I ask you guys over on Twitter, sorry for how late this video came out. Bye.